Hi, my name's Kendall Mitchell. Here's my note card. And I have my mom, my aunt, and my uncle here today listening to my speech about shark finning. We fear sharks because of the stories we tell. But if sharks could tell stories about us, the world would go silent with shame. Shark finning is the practice of removing a shark's fin. Oftentimes, the animal is still alive and its body is thrown back into the water. Their decline in population affects ecosystems and ultimately threatens global marine health and human food security. For the past 7 years, I've dreamed of becoming a marine biologist. The first time I remember really becoming intrigued with sharks is when I was on a cruise when I was a little girl with my dad, and we were standing on a balcony and a tiger shark came up to the side of the boat and ate a jellyfish. It was the most amazing thing a little girl could see. From now on, I want to spread the love of all sharks. Shark finning is cruel, and humans need to learn to love the animal, not fear it. Sharks are ecological guardians, whose removal destabilizes entire ocean food webs, making their protection an environmental imperative. Shark finning is an exceptionally cruel and wasteful practice, driven by profit that results in a slow death for a vital animal, and we must reclaim the narrative by shifting from fear to fascination for these beautiful creatures to inspire immediate protective action. Life is a balance. Each person, place, or thing has a role to play in the world. If one were to go missing, everything would be messed up. That's what's happening to our ocean ecosystems right now. Sharks are essential apex predators. Removing them jeopardizes the health of all the ocean. Their presence often dictates the behavior of other species, which in turn regulates how reef, fish, sea turtles, and other grazers behave. And that has consequences on how reefs and seabeds are maintained. Since 1970, the shark population has decreased by 71%. This leads to prey growing past the numbers they should be. With more fish means a decline in the plants, coral, crustaceans, and more. Sharks stop diseases by preying on the sick and dying. They keep populations at bay by taking out the weak and slow. Sharks are the major driving force behind natural selection and in the ocean. There is no other animal, including humans, that can perform the job sharks do so perfectly. But when they are stripped from their fins, they no longer can continue that job. Shark finning is an exceptionally cruel and wasteful practice, driven by profit over the respect of life, and results in a slow, agonizing death for a discarded animal. This is the practice of catching wild sharks, cutting off their fins, and disregarding it back into the ocean because their body takes up too much space on the boat. If sharks can't swim and get water flowing over their gills, they suffocate and die. The other effects after finnings are blood loss and predation. While the exact number is difficult to pinpoint, studies estimate between 73 and to 100 million sharks are killed annually for their fins. The main reason this acts happen is for a special type of soup. It is specifically popular in Japan and China. Consuming the fin is associated with wealthy and high status people. One fin can be sold alone, the price for $1,300. People pay so much money because it is traditionally known for its medicine, but the fins actually contain high in mercury and contain neurotoxins, which can cause permanent nerve and brain damage. The wasteful and brutal practice of shark finning, driven by solely luxury consumption, has caused the population of these ocean dwellers to plummet towards ecological collapse. If we want to save our marine ecosystems, we must now shift our focus and recognize the shark's critical part as a spectacular and threatened creature vital to the planet. We must replace the myth of man-eater with the reality of a complex, beautiful, and threatened creature that is vital to the planet and to take action to protect them. Protecting our sharks keeps everything in balance. Coral reefs, kelp forests, big fish, small fish, and even carbon rely on sharks to maintain the ocean's regulations. Sharks have been around for at least 450 million years, but in the past 50 years, humans have managed to decline the population by over 70%. If their numbers keep dropping, who is going to keep the marine ecosystem in check? They're not the beasts that people make them out to be. Sharks are magnificent and diverse creatures that need protection. There are currently over 550 species of sharks, but already 121 are endangered. With the vital role they play, we should be making more of an effort to protect them and stand up against shark finning. We have seen that sharks aren't the mindless killers of the myth, but rather wonderful, complex, and diverse creatures that are absolutely fatal for maintaining the balance of all marine ecosystems. Shark finning is cruel. Humans need to learn and accept the animal. The drastic 71% decline in shark population since 1970 is demolishing marine food webs and threatening ocean health, as these essential apex predators are required to regulate prey numbers, curb disease, and maintain the vitality of ecosystems for coral reefs to seagrass beds. Shark finning is an incredibly wasteful and cruel practice where an estimate of 73 to 100 million sharks were caught annually, mutilated by having their fins cut off and then dumped back into the ocean to die slowly from suffocation, blood loss, or predation, all to serve the high-profit market for a luxury soup. We must urgently replace the myth of man-eater with the reality that sharks are magnificent, complex, and vital apex predators who maintain the balance of all marine ecosystems, a role critical now more than ever since their populations have plummeted over 70%, leaving 121 out of their 500-plus species endangered. Let the brutal loss of millions of sharks be the moral call to action that ends the cruel, wasteful practice of finning. Recognize that we can honor their role by becoming supporters for a global policy and protects these beautiful, essential ocean animals. We must replace the silence by declaring their lives more valuable than any fleeting human appetite.